Okay, we're good.
Mhm.
So Marshall and I are here. We are going to do Intermediate Advanced Book 2. This is the older, this is not the new revision. And we're going to do Constant Blend SL.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to hold this. All right, and so as we've done before, I'd like for you, when you read across, we're going to do the first 3 lines, and you're going to put your finger on each one that you read. Okay? So can you do that with your writing finger? Yeah.
Slab,
Mm-hmm.
sled, slick, slob, slug, slack, slid, slop, slum, slag, slim, slosh, slung.
Good. You got to 3. Okay, now we're going to go back and take a look at each word, and we're going to talk about defining them, and then use the word in a sentence. Okay, so slab. Let's talk about what that means. What do you think?
Is it like a thing of concrete or like a hard substance?
Mm-hmm.
So like I want to say cubicle, but it's not.
Oh, like under a cubicle?
Mm-hmm.
Is it at an angle or is it flat?
It's flat.
Mm-hmm.
So like a flat cube of concrete.
Yeah, I guess it could be a cube. We've watched around town here, they pour a lot of slab, don't they? What do they pour it for?
Houses?
Yeah, houses.
Like the foundation.
Mm-hmm. They do. And is it thick or thin?
Thick.
Yeah, usually. Okay, let's use it in a sentence, and then let's use it in a way where the person who heard the sentence or read it would understand what the word means.
Okay. They poured a slab of concrete for the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too long?
No,
cool.
Not necessarily, yeah. They poured, say it again.
They poured a slab of concrete for the foundation.
For the foundation. What could we say of what?
Of the house.
Of the new house.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right, let's go to the next one.
Sled.
Mm.
A piece of metal or plastic on rails used to float over snow.
To float?
Not to float, to glide.
Yeah, that was good. To glide, like down what?
Down like
or
a
on.
slope.
Yeah, slope. What would be on it where they could sled down?
Snow.
Snow or ice, or yeah. Some people even do it with sand, I've seen.
Yeah, I want to do that with snowboarding.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's do it let's use a sentence.
I like to sled down the hill when it snows.
Mm-hmm. That's actually a verb.
Oh yeah, you're
right? Which is also correct.
I like
to glide down the hill.
Yeah.
But what's the noun?
I like to use my sled for going down the snow-covered slope.
Right, good. That was a good one. Okay.
Slick.
Mm-hmm.
A smooth and low traction area. I don't know.
What do you think? Low traction. Tell me more about that.
Like where you can't get traction, so like you slip over or something.
Oh, so it wouldn't be safe.
Yeah.
It would be slick. Yeah. Let's see what they say, because that could be a lot of things. Glossy or smooth, like you said, and it could be slick, depending on the materials. Yeah. Also, it means kind of like clever or slick, like somebody, that was a slick move, right?
Yeah.
I have to think more about that. But what do you think you could do a sentence with one of those definitions?
Mom said, "Watch out, the roads are slick."
Oh, like I do say that to the teenager sibling, don't I? Yeah. Like if it's iced out, right? The roads will be slick from the ice. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going.
Slob. Sounds like slop.
It's really close. Yeah, it's similar.
Does it mean like a unorganized person or whatever?
Kind of sloppy, a slovenly person.
I'm laughing. It makes me think of Robbie.
I know your friend Robbie. He's kind of a mess, isn't he? So what does Robbie do?
Not in a bad way,
makes
by
him
the
a
way.
slob. Yeah, we love Robbie.
Just not. It's like kind of.
Well, I know you have trouble eating lunch with him.
Yeah, he
so
chews with his mouth open.
Tell me a sentence with slob.
I
think our new dog Moose is a slob when he drinks water, but.
Yeah, my friend has a hard time not being a slob.
But let's go ahead. Let's restructure that so someone would know what the word means.
Yeah. My unorganized friend is a slob. When he eats, sleeps.
Okay, everything. Yes. Okay. But we love him.
Yeah, he's nice.
Okay. Next.
Slug. Isn't it the non-shelled version of a...
It is.
Slug.
It's kind of a non-shelled version of what?
Of a snail.
Yeah. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but they're really similar.
Yeah.
Right. And the slug is also something weird from a lot of these words we've talked about because Dr. Pickering is from a different generation. So a lot of these words they used in different ways than we do now. Like a slug is also a bullet from certain, it's ammunition from certain kinds of guns, like in, I guess, World War II or Korea. Or, yeah, I don't know if they really use them anymore or have that term. So let's do the one without this, the one that eats your flowers, the snail without a shell. That's kind of what it is. Let's do a sentence with that one.
Could it also mean like sluggish, like just adding on to that?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like slower. Okay. My Nana hates slugs in her yard.
She does. That's valid.
It's valid.
Why?
Don't they eat her plants? Yeah.
Your Nana dislikes slugs in her garden. Yeah.
I'm gonna check and make sure it's still going.
Yeah, we're gonna check the camera real quick to make sure. It's still working because that has happened before, right?
One time it took us like 4 tries.
Yeah. Okay. Slug.
Okay. Slack.
Slack.
Could be like laid back or like a slack line.
Well, in a slack line, what are you doing to the slack line?
Tensioning it to make sure it's not slack.
Yeah, there's no. Okay, so when you say when there's not slack, so what would slack be?
Like no tension.
No, I think slack would be opposite. Slack would be you're pulling the slack out.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like no tension, like.
So the slack would be when it's kind of loose.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
it's loose.
So pull the slack out of that rope would mean what?
To make sure there's tension.
Yeah, to make sure firm.
Mhm.
Let's do a sentence with that one.
When setting up a slack line, you take all the slack out of it.
That's a good one.
Is that too long?
Used it twice. What?
Is that too long?
No.
Okay.
We only talk about how long they are when you were writing them, and we'll do that later. But what we're looking for is a correct sentence that tells somebody the meaning of the word, but also is in correct order. Like word usage, right? Okay.
Slid. To slide across a slippery surface.
So what does that mean?
It's past tense of slide.
It's a past tense of slide, yeah. So if you slid across the surface, are you going up and down on the surface, or are you in constant?
In constant motion.
Contact, yeah. That's the difference, I guess. So what's the sentence there? It's the past tense of slide, you said.
I slid on the ice and fell and got my pants wet.